And today we'll be talking about how to log your volunteer requirements, your volunteer hours that you'll perform to fulfill your high school and beyond plan graduation requirement. In Career Cruising, we have an opportunity to log that information, although unlike some of the other milestones that you will have seen and will have accomplished or will accomplish, volunteer service is really just being logged at this point. The district has required that you accomplish a minimum of 10 hours of service and then document them for others to be able to recognize. Before we get started here, I'm using sample student number 5 up here in the Career Cruising area. And I want to say just a word about volunteering. Volunteering is at the heart of what makes us the country that we are. And the fact that we are able to reach out and support others that are maybe lesser off than ourselves or could use a helping hand is just so important as we move out of high school. So let's talk about how you might log your 10 hours or more that you accomplish in the volunteer area. I'm on the home page now for sample student number 5. Let's go ahead and click on My Plan, which takes you to your workshop once again. The main reason we're going here is not just to review all of these items that you can possibly enter, but rather to go today to view details. That's where you see what assignments and milestones you must accomplish for graduation ultimately. But you'll notice that there's nothing specifically now listed for volunteering here. Now it is a requirement, but you're not going to be able to access it this time directly from your My Plan screen. Instead, we're going to move on up to the Build My Resume tab and click on that. Why resume, you might say? Well, if you look at the criteria for resume, certainly volunteer experience would be where you would declare that extra super special time that you've spent working with those less fortunate or less able to support themselves, what have you, and this is where you would log it. So to accomplish the logging of your information, you click on the pencil and it'll take you to a volunteer experience page. Simply click on Add a Volunteer Experience and then fill in the company that you, or organization, or a specific person that you might have worked for, what you did, or if there was a title formally, you would add that here, the city and location, state, and so forth. For start date, you would put, of course, the month and then the year, and for end date, you would end, once again, either the specific end date and so forth as we did above, or you can go to present, which means you're still doing it or it's still ongoing. For the purposes of telling us what it is, you simply write a description of what you did, the resources, a short paragraph on the who, what, when, where, why, and how that you did it. And then very importantly, it's necessary to put a reference / supervisor, and then of course you're going to list your hours. At the end is an opportunity to attach a formal document, something where you may have written up a report, definitely where you have the actual supervisor or reference signature and so on. Now once you get to the end, make sure you don't forget to save it. If you don't save it, you won't have credit for it. It won't show up in your resume. So with that information in hand, you should now be able to log your volunteer service for viewing by any official at the school that should need to do so to make sure you're ready to graduate. Thank you and have a great day.